Hello everyone, it's Laurel here from Forever Purple Creations, and we're going to try this again because I was just filming and then my daughter called and I can't, my program that edits and stuff isn't working, so I can't pause and then restart. It just starts another video. So this is a project that I started last week, and I actually started a project and finished one. I am practicing my skills of making tags and things like that for a journal. So I'm taking in all the information and things I'm learning from Michele Scott and all my wonderful friends, Angie and Angela and Maggie, and I really do soak up information. So I am trying to take that and apply it to the things that I'm making because, as you know, I'm working on a journal and a ledger. So um, I want to keep practicing at this before I get to that because I don't want it to turn into like a, 1,000-page, this deep book because, Laurel can do that really quickly. So this is, I'm calling it a flip out tag book. And this is for a challenge that Tracie Fox is having for her Facebook group, Foxy Crafters. And the challenge is to create anything that has to do with time. You can make a tag, you can make a bag, you can make a mixed media project, you can make anything you want that involves time. So I started making this, and what I was using in it just worked out perfectly that has to do with time. So I'll explain it to you as I go along, and you'll understand it when you see, what's inside. So, and the other thing is everything in here except for maybe the paper and the book paper and the music sheets is all Tracie Fox Digis. Everything I used is Tracie Fox Digis and not just one. Um, they're all mixed together, so I'm showing you how versatile they are, and you can mix and match them however you would like. I have quite a selection going on right now, so I did just take bits and pieces of all different ones and mix them all together. So I'll kind of explain what I've done so far, and then I'll open it and show you. Uh, so this is my favorite die right here. It's a clock, and I just think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I've used it quite a few times in a couple of projects. And then this is like a pocket watch clock, or a pocket watch die. And I really love it because it's got the Roman numerals on it. So both of these I did cover with, they are done on a cereal box or chipboard as we call it. And then the image that's on both of these is from Tracie's collage paper or tear paper. So that's the picture you see on both of these. On this one, I did take a plain piece of paper, an old book page that was all yellowed, and put it in the center just so that the clock hands would show. And that also is from the collage paper, and it's got a little bit different of an image on it. And I know it looks like wood, but none of this is wood. This is all done with paper, including the button is done with paper and chipboard, and then the two corners as well. And then on top of this, after I distressed it, I used wood glue, and I just love the effect that the wood glue gives. It kind of pulls at the distressing like this and kind of just sucks it in and makes it look like wood, and it makes it look older. So then I did that on the top of this die, and this button, and these two corners. And also on these typewriter keys. That's what they're supposed to resemble, typewriter keys, I believe. So I distressed them and put the wood glue on them as well. And this one says time to be. And then I'll explain more as we go on. And then on the center of this die, I took some Saw Crafter chipboard hands, clock hands, and I used this tiny little button brad. I don't know if you can see that it's a button, but it is a button. It's got two little dots on it. It's a button brad, and I put them through the die. This hand I glued down, and this one moves freely, so I kind of thought that was really cool. And then underneath I did just a plain one of almost like what they would call like the fly leaf, I believe, page of the book, and distressed it, tore it and distressed it, and then behind it there is a book page just peeking out, and then underneath that you will see the brown cardstock piece peeking out. Now both of these are done on top of chipboard. The chipboard is covered with the brown paper, the brown cardstock, and then I layered on top of that, and there are two pieces, and it does have a spine as well. Um, and because again, see, it was supposed to be, I left room, but because of my filling things up, it got fatter, so I decided to sew a button on both sides. You'll see one on the back as well, and then run some embroidery floss through it, and that's what opens and closes it. So this is the front, and I'm not going to show you the back yet because you'll understand when I get there. So it opens like this, and I'm going to put it down for a minute and see if I can stay in frame. And these are the first two pages you see, and of course my phone's going to go crazy right now because I'm trying to film. And again, all the papers you see except for the book pages and the music sheets are Tracie Fox Digi. So all of this on here is all from Tracie Fox's Digi kits, except for the material and stuff that you see, but all the papers are her Digis. So on this side, I made, I covered, this is a flip out, so I covered it with paper, book pages on both sides, and then this one I made a pocket, so then you're going to see a smaller piece right here glued on there. And then these are two of her Digis, and they come together, and I took them apart and put one on each page. And this one, in this pocket, I made a little tag, and these are her Digis right here, and I sewed this one on, and then I just put it on with this really pretty paper clip. And it says recipe, ingredients, and method. So it's so weird how this worked out because I wasn't trying to make it do this, but as I picked these pieces and picked these pieces, it just went together. It was so weird. So again, you'll see throughout this, I did book pages and music paper, and then this one I did the opposite. I did music paper and book pages. Everything has been distressed, and most of my distressing, and you'll see like my edges where it really looks burnt. I'll pull that up so you can see it. Where it really looks burnt, I use vintage photo, walnut, and black soot. Those are the three that I use on everything. And this technique right here, I did where it looks like it's all burnt. Abby did a tutorial on, and it's a type of, it's just a different way to distress with your tiny little scissors, and you just kind of make little cutouts on the paper all the way around, and I just think it looks so cool like that. I'm not a pro at it, but you know, I'll get there one of these days. I kind of go a little bit overboard when I do it, but I just think it looks amazing, and she did an awesome tutorial just giving you guys a quick tip on how to do that. I'm not sure what she called it, if she called it a type of distressing or not. I don't remember what she called it. And I'm sorry, now the home phone's going to ring, and if I was smart, I would turn the ringer off. But I can't right now, so we're just going to let it ring on, and it's done. All right. So I made this little tag. Let's get back to this gorgeous tag. And again, this is Tracie, one of Tracie's Digis from one of the sets. It says ingredients: be happy, fly high, and be honest. And then the method is live the dream, spread your wings, and respect yourself. So be happy, live the dream, fly high, spread your wings, and be honest, respect yourself. Isn't that just funny how that worked out? I love all of her little sayings, and I think I used all of them except 4 in this little book. So, and then the back is just white, so you can write on it. And that just sits in here, and then I have it paper clipped on, and it'll also hold. This is just a tuck spot, and this one says embrace your hopes, and then this is another one of her Digis, and then this is a piece of muslin that I put a stamp on with my coffee archival ink, and just stuck that in there. And then there's a little piece of chiffon, and then a little piece of lace and a little piece of a book page sticking out. So I really like mixing all different, and if I could have put all metal and other stuff in here too, I would have, but this book would never have closed because you guys know I like to mix everything together when I make stuff. So that is a tuck spot, and that holds this little tag. And again, we have our book paper and one of Tracie's digis, and then there's some lace behind there and a little piece of material, and this one says become your dreams. So that's just the tuck spot that goes there. I was so excited when I started this, and it kind of grew as I went, but um, to look at it finished, and I really do, it's really hard to explain to you guys, but I really do shock myself lately when I create stuff, drawing and stuff like that. Even my drawing, I shock myself sometimes, but to say that I did this, I'm very proud of myself, but I do watch a lot of people and um, take in information. There's so much I want to learn about this, and I'm always taking in information, and asking questions and asking advice because I do want to learn about this, and I do want to. I want it to be my style, and you guys know that it's mine, but I still want to give it justice and do it right. So, and I think I did a pretty good job on here. So anyway, now, so on this side, I'm not going to flip them open yet. This one has a little tuck spot. I didn't make a tag on this one. I just put the paper down, and then I used one of her bingo cards. And again, I'll bring it up. Love bingo. I don't know why I'm addicted to bingo cards. I just think they're so cool. And then again, there's little pieces of material and some cheesecloth and some more chiffon and Tracie's Digi. And then this one says create with courage. And then I put a little typewriter key on there. And I use this one as a tuck spot for this tag. And this one I just sewed a piece of lace on, and then a piece of material in contrasting color, and then this blue piece and some chiffon and some music paper, and this one says work of art. And then that one you can write on the back, or you can write here. You can write all on here or wherever you want. I kind of just like to look at it. I think it's really cool. So we're going to put this paper clip back on here just so it holds this in place. There we go. And then we will flip out the first side. So you'll see, oh, I didn't glue this down, and I have to glue that down. I just taped that down. Washi tape, I'm going to remind you, ladies, when you are using washi tape, please use glue first, because washi tape does not stay on its own. So I'll have to run some glue up that side. So I kind of alternated. I'm weird about things going together. So these have music paper, and these have a smaller music paper. So it has to go together. It's just my creativity. So we'll get to this side. So on this one, I used the brown cardstock, and I made a pocket, and then I decorated the pocket. And again, we have book page, music paper, and now mind you, all the book paper you see and the music sheets are all vintage because they all came from Miss Wonderful, Wonderful Patty Lang. You will be seeing me doing a lot of videos showing her stuff as well. If you are getting into journals, she's definitely the person you want to watch because she has the most amazing stuff, and her prices are amazing. And she gets on, and now she has Michele Scott as, like, I call her the auctioneer, because it's just like her second calling, because we know tomes and stuff are her first calling. And you can't leave once you're there. But she has got some amazing stuff for making journals and all kinds of stuff. So you will be seeing me show some of that and showing you how to use some of it in different ways, just to give you guys ideas. Now, I'm not a pro, but I I am learning from Patty and Michele and Abby and all them, like I said. And, you know, um, I think if you guys know more about what you can do with this stuff, then you'll understand why you want to buy it, because it is very addicting. Because when I first saw these journals come out, my first thought was, I have no interest in that whatsoever. Boy, did that change fast, let me tell you, because now I'm like a paper freak. Um, so this is just some ideas of how you can use the stuff you purchase, and it is all very old stuff and amazing stuff. So these book pages and stuff like that you'll see me using and things are from Patty, and they are vintage and old and stuff like that. And I'll try and keep track of, like, there may be some from the 60s, but a lot of them are from like 1889 and 1902, and so they are extremely old. Anyway, okay, back to the little book. Sorry, see how obsessed I am with this already? This video is going to take me 5 hours. So this one's just, I decorated the front and then put on one of her tickets. And again, this is a piece of muslin that I stamped on. And this is a piece of her collage paper that I just cut out that whole flower. And I love the colors in there. And then there's a little piece of lace trim back there. And then it just has this little 79-cent um, stamp, ticket or stamp or whatever that goes in there. And you could write on the back if you want. Put a little note or something on there, or just a special saying or anything. And this one says, "Be brave." And then inside the pocket is this tag. And um, again, these are all pieces from her kit, and I just mixed different fabrics in there. And then there's a little piece of a book page, and this one says, "Be You." Again, this is part of her collage paper that I cut out and sewed on, and you'll see everywhere. I've sewed stuff on everywhere. Michelle has got me addicted to this sewing thing now, so that's my latest thing. I've had a sewing machine for years. I took sewing when I was younger and in school, and I love to sew, but now I can't live without my sewing machine to sew on paper. It's just so funny. And then there's a little piece of lace, and this one's actually a little tuck spot, and it holds these little tags, which again are from Tracie's, one of Tracie's Digi kits. And you guys know I love fussy cutting, so you will see that throughout more and more too. I just love to fussy cut. So these are just two little tags that you can use any way you want, and they just kind of tuck in there. And then this one goes in here. And then on this page, which is the inside page, here is another part of her collage paper. And I don't know if you can see that, but is this gorgeous vines coming down like a tree of vines. And I just thought it was perfect to go up the page. And then I used one of her pockets here and put on this little ticket with some chiffon. And then I started incorporating the little buttons on here. I don't know why, I just liked it, and it's just me. And then this one says, "Always be true to yourself." Now this one is like one of my favorites. Every time I do something a little different, then it's like, oh my God, I really like that. So this one, I like the way the button sits, like right at where the cutout of the pocket is right there. So this one comes out, and you'll see the book page here. And I did use a Timmy. It's like a wall die, a brick wall die, and then just distressed in between it, just to give it some what's the word I want to use? I can't think of the word. Anyway, I like the way it looks. So then these are two tags, and on this one I just took some um, like a crochet, not a crochet yarn, like a yarn, and distressed it, and then ran a button through each side. So it does come loose. You can pull it tight or leave it loose. And then there's this tag, and it's got the little piece of material and the ticket, and this one says friends. And then of course I just sewed up the side there. My picture went away. I want to stay in frame. And then this tag has that little piece of lace and another little piece of lace here. And this is a little square I cut out from our collage paper. And then it says, "Create yourself." And now I hope you can see the butterfly, how it looks like it's made on that paper, raised like that. That is the wood glue. And I guess I'm a good painter because I can stay in the lines. But I did the whole butterfly, and even his antenna. You just can't see him on here, but you can see him when you look at it. So the butterfly is all done in the wood glue just to give it that embossed look. And then the back is plain, so you can write on it. And then, so this goes back in here like this, right on here, and then these go in here, right, so that the button sits right there. All right, so then that one closes, and we go to this side and we open this one. And on this side again, I love the way this one turned out. We have, and I'm going to try and pull it up so you can see it. We have the book paper, the cardstock, then the book paper, then the plain book paper, and this beautiful little stamp. It's got a picture on it, but it's very faint, but it is in colors. And then another ticket and another piece of muslin that I stamped on, and one of Tracie's digis. Well, all these are Tracie's, but and then a little piece of material underneath, and this one says "Take the risk." So I hope you're paying attention to all these as I'm saying them to you. And then this one, I like this one too. Actually, I love the whole thing. So this comes out, and there's two in here. We have this one with the material and the stamp, and this one says "Dream Big." It's just kind of simple, but I love it. I was, like I said, I was trying not to go overboard. And then this one, it's all paper clipped on with that rose gold paper clip, so you can take it apart and use them. And so we've got this one and this one. And this one's got the material and the ticket and this circle. And again, we've got the chiffon back there and the book paper, the music paper. And this one says "Be Wild." And then this one's just like a summer invoice that you can write on with one of her digis that I fussy cut and just kind of sewed on different parts of the paper. And I'm way out of frame because, you know, I'm really bad at this. Unless I'm looking over at my computer, I keep going like that. So that's those two. And I just paper clipped them together so you can take them apart. And they just slide in there. So then on the middle, this is actually a tuck spot right here. And again, we have the muslin. I don't believe I just said that. Muslin. We have the muslin that is stamped with a little alphabet die and just different pieces of her ephemera. Her ephemera, you know, that ephemera stuff. I used ephemera through this whole book because when Michelle first started teaching us about it, I would forget and I would be sitting and reading the word and I would call it ephemera. So there's lots of ephemera in this project. All right, anyway, ephemera, that's what I should be calling it. Instead of her digis, this is all Tracie's ephemera. And then this one says "Take the Journey." And like I said, it's a tuck spot. And these ties you see are where the buttons are through, but I wanted them like that. Oh, and I'll explain that to you in a minute. So then this one, I have to put a little string on this one. So this tag and this paper actually go together. And this is from another one of her digi sets. And I did use Wink Estella on the word photography. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. And I did cut out another piece of the collage paper, a little ticket. There's some material, another piece of ephemera, and another button. And like I said, all these buttons are done on chipboard, and then her paper, and then the wood glue. And this one says "Be Amazed." And then, so on each side, I use this beautiful washi tape, which I actually love because it's got the tape measure on it. I just think it's so cool. And then in the center, I used a piece of a book page and just distressed it and glued it down. So then these flip back in, and now we're getting to the back. So then it flips in again, and you turn it over. And I made another pocket, and we have our paper, our music paper, our ephemera, our chiffon, our piece of material, and then this one says "Just Imagine," and again, more stitching. And then inside this one, I think I kept this tag pretty. Oh, no, I decorated it just a little with a piece of her collage paper, piece of ephemera, and a little piece of material. So I kept that one pretty plain. And then again, I did the back cover the same as the front with the music paper and distressed it. And see how it just looks all burnt? This one I just tore all the way around. And then on the back, this says "You." So now let me explain where the time comes in. So it says "Time to be Embrace your hopes. Time to embrace your hopes. Become your dreams. Time to be you. Time to be brave. Time to create yourself. Um, Time to always be true to yourself. Time to create with courage. Time to take the journey. Time to be amazed. Time to take the risk. Um, Time to be wild. And does this one say one? And time to dream big. So it all goes together. And then when you look at it, the end result is time to be you. So I just thought it was perfect and time to just imagine. I just thought it all worked out perfectly, and I absolutely, absolutely love the way it turned out. And like I said, it's just filled with so many gorgeous digis from Tracie Fox and vintage papers from Patty Lang, and it just, I think I took all of what I've learned from these wonderful ladies and um, did a pretty good representation of what they've been teaching me. So that is my flip out tag book. I hope that you guys like this video. I encourage you all to just get out there and try something. Um, Step out of your comfort zone and try something different, because I think sometimes we all amaze ourselves with what we are capable of doing and making when we sit down and put our mind to it. Our minds are so filled with so much stuff we can do. I don't think that anybody can't create. I think everybody creates differently, but everybody finds their little niche and everybody can create. But you can also create more than one thing. You guys have seen me. I do a variety of everything because I like to learn a lot, and I will sit and teach myself a lot of stuff. But now I have a lot of wonderful friends and creative people to follow that are helping me along on this journey to learn even more, where I don't have to try and sit here and teach it to myself, but I still want to learn and I still want to practice. So get out there and go outside your comfort zone. Even if you start small by making just one small thing, try something you're not comfortable with that you think you may not be able to do or may not like, because chances are once you get going, you are going to get so involved in it that it will become you'll want to finish it. And that's how this project was for me. Just like the journals I'm working on are going to be for me. So I'm taking it slow because I want to do them right, but I still want them to represent me and everything that I've learned. So get out there and try it. Like I always tell you guys, get out there and create something. Anything. It slows down my mind, it relaxes you. If I could create all day, every day, I would literally sit here and do that. But now I'm trying to use my time a little more wisely and more productively, because I don't have that much time anymore. So anyway, enough of the babbling. I hope you guys like this. I absolutely love it. You can go over to um, Tracie's group. I will put it in the description box below, as well as you will find her YouTube channel, Michelle's, Abby, a whole bunch of ladies, Patty's, a whole bunch of my friends, and just different people I follow, and people that are, you know, a great inspiration to me, and just great friends, and that can teach you so many different things. Angie's Itty Bitty, Mags, of course, I can't leave Mags out. So please go over and check out their channels, and check out Tracie's channel, and um, check out her digis. It's a good way to start. If you're new at this, get a digi set, because it kind of helps when all the things you need to make something are right there, and you don't have to think about, okay, what do I need for this or what do I need for that? It's all right there in the kit, and it doesn't have to be something big, but it does help for someone that's starting out. So my recommendation would be to go over and check out her digi sets and purchase one, and they are, like I said, extremely reasonable. So enough of that. I hope you like my flip out tag book. Like I said, I will put Tracie's Facebook group below. She's always doing some kind of challenge or something in her group. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. Take the time. and get out there and try something new. So all of that will be listed below. Don't forget, you can catch me here on Friday night, and you can catch me in other places along with everyone else. We always put it out there for everyone to see. So I hope you like my little book. I know it's not good to say, but I absolutely love it. Or I should say, I love the way it turned out. So I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Um, don't forget to get out there and create something, and I will see you all soon. Bye for now.